Good morning. Today we discuss our third chapter. Name of the chapter is Reactivity Series and Electrochemistry. Are you know examples of metals? Sodium, potassium, calcium, iron are the some examples of metals. Through this chapter we discuss about reactions of metals and what is reactivity series and their applications, electrolysis and electroplating, etc. Okay, first we will discuss reaction of metals. Okay, first one. First reaction is reaction of metal with what? First we are doing an experiment. Okay. For that we take 7 test tube. Take 7 test tube having equal quantity of water. Take 7 test tube having equal quantity of water and add 7 pieces of different metal have same size. Okay, first beaker we add zinc. In second test tube add copper. Third one we add potassium and fourth one calcium. Fifth one iron, magnesium. In 7th test tube we add sodium and observe the reaction that takes place in each test tube. Okay, in first test tube which metal we take? Zinc. Zinc does not react with water. No reaction takes place. In first test tube no reaction. And in the second test tube copper again does not react with water. Okay, no reaction. In third test tube we take the metal potassium. Potassium is react with water, quickly react, rapid reaction takes place in the third test tube. We take potassium metal. Potassium react with water. Okay. And form potassium react with water for potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Potassium react with water form potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. And calcium also react with water. Calcium react with water for calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Are you clear? Zinc and copper no react with water, but potassium and calcium react with water form potassium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. Next reaction, next metal is iron. Okay, iron does not react with water, but when we heat the water, at that time iron react with water. Okay, hot iron react in hot water. Iron react in hot water. In normal cases, iron does not react with water, but when we heat the water, at that time iron react with water. Okay, clear. Next, magnesium. Okay, magnesium very slowly react with water. Very slow reaction are occur. Magnesium react with water, form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, the last test you will take is sodium. Sodium is rapidly react with the water. Okay, sodium rapidly react with water and also form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, are clear? Are you clear? Zinc and copper not react with water, but potassium and calcium react with water, form their hydroxide, metal hydroxide, and iron does not react in normal water, but when we heat the water at that time iron react, and magnesium and sodium also react with water. This is the reaction of some metals with water. From this experiment we say that all metal react with water, form metal hydroxide. And hydrogen gas. All metal react with water, form metal hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, are you clear? Okay, next reaction is reaction of metal with atmospheric air. Okay. Reaction of metal with atmospheric air. We know that newly cutting metal, a new metal surface of the metal, a new surface of the metal become very shiny. Okay, the shining properties of the metals are called metallic luster. This topic we already learned in our 8th standard, isn't it? Okay, what is the proper shining of the metal is called metallic luster. But we kept the metals, these metals in a few time in our atmosphere, in the presence of air, their shining is lost. The shining of the metal disappear because this metal react atmospheric pressure, atmospheric air or oxygen, carbon dioxide, water and form another compound. That's why metals lost their shining. Okay, so consider an example. Sodium. Sodium metal. A newly formed sodium metal is very shiny, and this sodium react with air, they lost their shining. Okay, example, sodium, sodium react with oxygen, form sodium oxide. And again sodium oxide react with water molecule present in our atmosphere and form sodium hydroxide. The sodium hydroxide again react with carbon dioxide from atmosphere and form sodium carbonate and water. This is the reaction that lead to loss the shining of metals. Okay, clear. Next metal is magnesium. Magnesium also react with oxygen, form magnesium oxide. Magnesium react with oxygen, form magnesium oxide. And then another metal is aluminium. Aluminium react with oxygen, form aluminium trioxide. Aluminium trioxide. Okay. Copper very slowly react with metal. Copper very slowly react with air. Copper very slow reaction. Very slow reaction. Okay. But are you clear? Sodium react with oxygen or atmospheric air. They lost their shining appearance. Okay, these are the reactions of metals with the atmospheric air. And we write the metal in the order of reactivity with atmospheric air. First one, sodium. Sodium highly reactive metal in oxygen. And then potassium, magnesium, aluminium, then magnesium, then iron, then copper. This is the reactivity rate of the metal, the decreasing order of reactivity of a metal with the atmospheric air. Are you clear? Any doubt? So, some metal react with atmospheric air like sodium, magnesium, aluminium, and copper and iron very slow reaction. Compared to the copper, iron is more reactive in atmospheric air. Okay. Next we discuss reaction of metal with acid. Some reaction of metal with some acid. Okay. Okay, some metals react with acid. First we do an experiment, that is take 5 test tubes. And add equal quantity of dilute hydrochloric acid in each test tube. Which substance is added? Dilute hydrochloric acid. Then we take same size of 7 different metals and add to each test tube. First we take zinc, then magnesium, copper, iron and lead. Pb means lead. The symbol of lead is Pb. Okay. Next observe. Zinc react with hydrochloric acid. Zinc very slow reaction. This reaction is very slow reaction and zinc react with hydrochloric acid form zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. And magnesium. Magnesium also react with hydrochloric acid form magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. Zinc react with form zinc chloride. Magnesium react with hydrochloric acid form magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. But copper does not react with dilute hydrochloric acid. No reaction or takes place in the third test tube. Okay, copper is no reaction. In the third test tube, no reaction or takes place. Copper does not react with hydrochloric acid. But in the fourth test tube, we take which metal? Iron. Iron react with hydrochloric acid. Iron react with hydrochloric acid. But in last test tube we take lead. Lead is very slow reaction with hydrochloric acid. Okay, clear? So we take it 5 test tube and add equal quantity of hydrochloric acid into each test tube, and we also add different metal have same size into each test tube. Okay, the reaction is zinc and magnesium react with dilute hydrochloric acid, but copper does not react with hydrochloric acid. Iron also react with hydrochloric acid, and lead very slow reaction in the presence of hydrochloric acid. Okay, clear? Next, reactivity rate. Magnesium is most reactive with hydrochloric acid, then zinc, then iron, lead and copper. Magnesium is most reactive than zinc and zinc react with hydrochloric acid, and then is iron. Lead is very slow reaction with hydrochloric acid, but copper does not react with hydrochloric acid. Okay, so today we discuss three types of reactions of metal, three types: reaction with water, reaction with atmospheric air and reaction with acid. Okay, that's all today. Thank you. Have a nice day.